What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Planetary Reviews, and I'm here to talk about the movie Rampage, starring The Rock himself. Now, going into this movie, from what I know, the game was pretty much just a arcade game. Don't know if it ever came to home console back in the day, but I do know for sure it was an arcade game where you played as a bunch of different giant monsters and they destroyed the buildings. That was the premise of the game. I don't remember there being any more of a story than that. And it was a fun game. It was a cool, destroy everything type game. So when I heard about this movie, I was kind of like, how are they going to make a movie out of this? There was no real premise to that game, not that I remember. So I was a little skeptical, but you know what? I love The Rock. He is awesome. So I went into this movie a little like, you know what? I'm sure it'll be a little fun. So let's talk about it anyway. The story to this movie is that one day a meteor drops, and the meteor ends up being this little container that has a virus that if like these animals smell it, they will grow, gain regenerative abilities, and become extremely aggressive. And one day it happens to a gorilla named George that The Rock is friends with. He takes care of him in a zoo, makes sure he's okay, and he cares about him. He's like, that's like his family. And when he sees what's happening to him, he starts to go, wait a minute, oh my god, we have to help him. And throughout his journey, when he's trying to help him, he starts getting bigger and bigger, more aggressive, and things escalate from there with the government getting involved. And it gets pretty screwed up there once they all start getting to the city when they realize other creatures got affected by this green gas. And from there on, you have a movie where crazy action happens with giant monsters, and you have some villains, and you have two great performances. I will say The Rock, as always, is awesome, very charismatic, and I love this performance. He just has that aura about him. I know everyone probably says this, but he's great. Any movie that he's in, for the most part, I enjoy a lot, simply because he brings a lot to the table. He has this charisma about him. He has this energy that you just love seeing him on screen, so it really propels the movie. So he had a big impact. He was awesome. And then, of course, we have Jeffrey Dean Morgan. For people who do not know who that is, I think most of you do, but that is Negan from The Walking Dead. And I love him. He's a great actor, so I was really happy to see him in this movie. And when he gets on screen, he has just as much charisma as The Rock, and he gives such a great performance as well. I loved him. Jeffrey Dean Morgan is a great actor. He pretty much, the way I would pretty much explain the way he is in this movie, he's like a good version of Negan, if that makes sense. And I know that sounds weird, but that's pretty much his attitude in this movie. His body language, the way he speaks, his attitude, it's just screaming Negan, but a good guy. And there you go. And it was awesome. Great performance by him. And then I have to talk about the villains of this movie. The villains of this movie, not really that great. They were forgettable. It was just like, yeah, we're here, we did this virus, and yeah, we're the bad guys, twiddle our mustache. And that's it. They were super forgettable. I don't even remember their names. I don't remember what their reasoning was, because this is not what this movie is about. This movie is not about making a very deep and intricate story that's really in-depth. No. This movie is about giant monsters, a charismatic main character that's a badass, going up against these giant other monsters and saving the city. That is what this movie's about. And from that perspective, it was good. It had a lot of fun. When the action started going down, it was insane. And I like the way it escalated. It went from smaller action, got bigger and bigger, and literally bigger. Then when we got to the big finale, boom, it was like, that was insane. I love the big finale at the end of this movie. There was surprisingly a lot of heart to it, and it was just jaw-dropping special effects that I really loved. The way they made the creatures look, the action looked awesome. It was shot beautifully when they did all the fight scenes and stuff like that. Special effects, like I said, were awesome. This movie was it was a fun popcorn flick. There's not really much else to tell about this movie. It's not a movie that you're gonna walk out of this chains, or you're gonna be like, wow, that was cinematic gold. Wow, that was amazing. This was the type of movie for a person who just wants to go into a theater, eat some popcorn, and just enjoy some just destruction and some fun good times. Guys, at the end of the day, there's not much to say about Rampage. It's a monster movie. The Rock is in it. Jeffrey D. Morgan is in it. It's filmed good. The action is good. The special effects are good. It's all a good popcorn movie, guys. So at the end of the day, Rampage gets a solid B- from me, guys. Guys, thank you very much for watching. I'm sorry, it just kind of, like I said, there's not too much more to say about Rampage. It was just a fun movie. It did just enough to be a good time, and that's really what I was expecting from this. Nothing too crazy. If you're bored this weekend and you've already seen everything that's out at the moment, then sure, yeah, go watch this movie if you just love going to the theater. If you're a person who only likes to go out and see movies when they're truly worth it, you're not gonna miss anything if you don't see this movie. So it's up to you guys. If you're just a huge fan of The Rock like I am, I go see most of anything that has him in it. But guys, as I said, thank you so much for watching. My Far Cry 5 review will be coming. Sorry it's taking so long. Just end of the semester in college. It's just taking a little bit. I'm trying, guys. But next week we have God of War coming out, which I'm super hyped for. I don't know if I'm going to do a Let's Play of it, but I am definitely going to post some videos about it when it comes out, so I'm very excited to do that. And then after that, we have Avengers Infinity War, guys. Only about 2 weeks and a couple days left until it comes out. I'm super pumped. I'm excited. I want to see what happens. The hype is real, guys. I'm super pumped. But thank you guys for watching, and have a great day.